A beautiful day at the Cotton Bowl. Number 6 Oklahoma facing number 21 Texas. Kickoff less than 10 minutes away. We will get out the Christmas.
The one and only Red River Rivalry, the 117th edition today on a beautiful breezy day in South Dallas. It is the AT&T Red River Showdown on ABC, presented by Arby's. The undefeated, 6th-ranked Oklahoma Sooners and the 4-1, 21st-ranked Texas Longhorns. Unfriendly neighbors go at it once again. Dave Burkett to kick it away. Roshan Johnson and Deshaun Jamison, both dangerous if given a chance. Burkett with the wind at his back, drives it to the 3, and Johnson makes the fair catch. So here comes Casey Thompson. He's calm by nature, a lot calmer than his dad Charles was when he ran the offense, but this is going to be a test of all that because of the family history. That's Casey on the left, older brother Kendall on the right, played at Oklahoma and then Utah. And Thompson, not the opening day starter, but he came on when Hudson Card struggled, and he is undefeated in his 3 starts. He's taking care of the football, and there is Charles Thompson. It takes a lot for him to wear burnt orange in this environment. He's a lot more nervous than his kid, I promise. He's swaying back and forth. Bijan Robinson, who's been on a tear, lines up behind Thompson. They fake it to him and pitch it out to the perimeter. And that's Xavier Worthy. The talented freshman's off and running. It's a sprint. They won't catch Worthy. Texas touchdown on the opening play. 75 yards.
Tackles by the secondary linebackers, and right here, the first play of the game before you
to boot it away. He's kicking it into this swirling breeze.
with Michael Woods against this Longhorn defense. It's just going to try to keep everything in front of him.
Kennedy Brooks on a solid ball game in that hard-fought win at Manhattan. Expect him to get the majority of the carries today. Didn't get much there.
This defense is going to gear up against this run. This defensive line, what we call the strength of it, there's good depth. Best linebacker by far will be Zero Overshown. He can really fly to the ball. And this is the question in this secondary when they are isolated, can they hold up?
Two-back look, and they test the perimeter, and the ball goes to Michael Woods, the explosive transfer for Arkansas. Excellent tackle made right there by Josh Thompson, and it's 3rd and long.
You know, so much of these rivalry games, you and I have covered them for so long. It's just the energy, right? Who can take advantage and play with it, use it as momentum?
Here comes pressure, and they've got Rattler. Flying in there was Overshown Kirk, the twitchy linebacker, and it's a 3 and out.
Well, they bring him up the middle, the back, for whatever reason, does not pick him up. He's right here. Watch Kennedy Brooks right here. He ends up checking out off the fake. Somebody's got to obviously pick up that linebacker blitz right up the middle. Nothing Rattler could do, just a miscommunication in the protection.
Here's the punt. Michael Turk is blocked. Straight up in the air. Jump ball. The Longhorns try to fall on it. And they will have a 1st and goal at the 2. Trump's trying to go up 2 scores in the first 2 minutes. Thompson rolls, puts the end zone, and overshot his man wide open. It was Wiley.
What a call on 1st and 10. Right here, he just sneaks out. His eyes are in the backfield. Undisciplined there. Wide open. And a touchdown. A corner that time. Graham just left him alone. And Wiley, who's 6'7", Thompson maybe just, sometimes those ones, it's just so open. He just ends up missing a 6'7" target there. But a great call by Sark on 1st and 10.
Two-back look, you got Roshan Johnson and Bijan Robinson straddling Thompson. And there's number 5 barreling into the end zone. Bijan Robinson, 8th in the early part. Texas, 3 offensive snaps, 2 touchdowns. They're in shock on the Crimson side. But everybody in here aware that momentum shifts happen quickly in this rivalry. Long way to go. Rattler and company down 2 scores, less than 2 minutes into this. Fair catch on the kickoff from Gray.
But a long way to go.
No doubt. Rattler flips it, and it's behind Drake Stoops. incomplete pass, the man who caught the game-winning touchdown pass from Rattler in the fourth overtime a year ago. This is a sketchy start for this OU offense.
Yeah, he ends up getting a little bit of depth, just trying to look back, and that was a tough angle for Rattler, but a good reaction by Darian Dunn, who stepped in last week in corner for Josh Thompson. Thompson back this week, but Dunn out there. Sark was very impressed with Dunn's performance a week ago.
2nd and 10. Texas peels back. It's a shot over the middle. Catch made. Immediate punishment delivered by Overshown against Hazelwood. 3rd and long again.
He was late with this throw. I don't know what he was waiting on. It's a screen that's set up to the left to Hazelwood. He's late. By the time he throws it, it's into the teeth of that defense. And Overshown, who's off to a great start in this game, just waiting for that and unloads.
Pete Kwiatkowski is the defensive coordinator for Texas. Let's see if he dials up pressure on this 3rd and long. They're coming. Rattler tries to make the play on the move, lofts it downfield, and on the sidelines, it's Michael Woods. And they're going to signal a catch made. Some hesitation. They're talking about it right now. It's a catch.
They're saying catch. Now, he went out of bounds. I just don't know. Did he run out of bounds on his own? You go back, we'll take a peek at this. A great effort. See if he gets his foot down. That's one thing.
After review, the ruling on the field of the catch is confirmed. 1st down, Oklahoma.
Wow. They're going to let the play stand. They say that Woods must have been, in their opinion, nudged out of bounds. So OU set up at the 46.
Because I'll just say, I didn't even hear him say anything about stepping out of bounds. That was all about whether his foot was in or out. I don't know if they even looked to see if Woods went out of bounds. They should have.
But you review the play, Bill. You're supposed to review all the aspects of it, including that, right?
All aspects of the play should be reviewed, including that. And their whole thing is, if he had no contact, stepped out on his own, it is reviewable.
To me, OU catches a big break.
Jeff Hansen has told us that, in his view, he was nudged out of bounds. So the play stands. Brooks with a 1st down carry, breaking some tackles, and running free into the Texas secondary. Physical run, picks up 15 before Josh Thompson eventually gets him to the ground.
I came into this game really excited to see Bijan Robinson run hard and break tackles. And take a look at this. I mean, this is a rivalry game. This is how you run the football by Kennedy Brooks. Did not play well a couple weeks ago against West Virginia. Bounced back last week against Kansas State. And boy, he showed how physical he can be. Texas had by converting on that 3rd down.
Jeremiah Hall, the H-back to the right of Rattler. Graves in the ball game in the slot position. Texas creeping up to the line. They bring pressure, and this is Hall, who's a physical runner, senior out of Charlotte. They use him in a number of ways. He can be an effective pass catcher as well.
And this is what, if you're an Oklahoma fan, this is exactly what you've been waiting to see, not just in this game, but this year. Offensive line asserting itself, tough physical running. The only thing that's going to do is help Rattler in that play-action pass game.
Rattler zips it across the middle, and the slant caught by Marvin Mims, and he's got a 1st down at the 12-yard line.
Just like that, you get him back. Linebackers have got to be concerned about the run game. Brockenmeyer, the middle linebacker, 47, dropping, gives him a nice throwing window. He's able to get away from the corner there, Dunn, into the inside with all that space to work.
Seventh play of the drive. And Rattler has time. Checks it down underneath, and Hazelwood tackled at the 5-yard line.
Lincoln Riley wants to make the Texas linebackers have to cover in space. Try to get your athletes in that area, in the middle of that defense, where they can catch the ball and get yards after the catch. It's really good spacing. Always expect that from Lincoln Riley and his scheme. Now you got to finish the drive in the red zone.
Rattler pressured on the run, has to just throw it away. Jeremy Thompson got in there in a hurry.
And they brought the safety, Jeremy Thompson. Just off the edge, they walked him up. You see him right there, 28. Anticipating, expecting the athletic Rattler to be able to pull that. All he can do is throw that ball away.
Big moment here. Field goal, not what they're looking for. Need 3 on 3rd down. And the delay, Brooks patiently makes his way for about a yard. Luke Brockermeyer stopped it at the 1st and goal.
Yeah, that's a great call. You're thinking about, okay, maybe they try to throw, but instead they go back to what's not necessarily been a strength. It's the counter play that they have been running since Lincoln Riley got here. Left guard and tackle, pull around and lead the way. And pick up the 1st down. As you said, they didn't need his touchdown. They get the 1st and goal.
The old guard tackle, pin and pull. They like that.
They've been running that for a long time. Haven't been running it effectively this year, but have for years.
So a clutch 29-yard pitch and catch from Rattler to Woods.
College football on ABC is presented by Arby's. We have the meats.
That's just the Superman lead by Roy Williams, who's here. Teddy Lamont is doing the color commentary of the Sooner Radio Network. That was my very first in-person experience with this rivalry.
Right there with you. Standing there, just an low-scoring game. It was 7-3 at that time. Game that every possession mattered, and Roy Williams ends up making a play that we'll all never forget.
That was a long review to confirm the spot. So it is 1st and goal for OU. Rattler keeps it, and he will make a cut and dive for the end zone. And Oklahoma on the board. A crucial possession early in this game.
Dan, you're looking at 2 of the best play callers in the country going against each other. I just love in college football on 1st and 10, 1st and goal inside the 5, a boot or a play action play to get him on the edge. We've seen some great calls from Sark early here, and now you get a great call in retaliation from Lincoln Riley getting his quarterback out on the edge.
Hold on a second. Told they were going to do a brief review of that. They may review the fact that the sun's shining today. Way it's going.
You're doing a lot of stuff here, Billy.
Nurkic, excellent kicker. Boots it through. And how about this start? Inside of 6 minutes to play in the 117th edition, we got 3 touchdowns.
So you got Hall on the edge. He's going to come down. We're going to fake here, and then you get him outside. This defense is thinking, oh, it's 1st and goal. They're going to run, and then there you go. You get him outside. He's out leveraged. Now the defensive back. Am I going to take Hall? Am I going to take the quarterback? I'm stuck in between. That's exactly. Want to put a player in conflict, and that's what Rattler does there. He's going to throw it, and instead he's able to get to the corner and score the touchdown.
There's the Carissa pylon cam. Chris Spencer told us this week, listen, you use anything as motivation. You embrace the love, you embrace the hate. Oklahoma comes back to win it. And Lincoln is back. That's more what you expect from Nurkic out the end of the end zone.
Even though he's wearing the burnt orange.
And he said blood's even thicker than the Red River's water.
Texas making a mistake here.
False start. Number 70. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
By the way, Charles Thompson was such a bad man. I just loved watching him run the big. Oh, man. Jamel Holloway was great, but Charles Thompson was electrifying number 6.
5'9", 165, Kurt.
Yeah, he could go. He could go. Look, I mean, he ran that option as well as anybody that ever did it.
He said quarterbacks complain about getting hits. When you run the option, you get hit every play. His son trying to avoid getting hit. In case he scrambles, he's very adept. We got to need him ahead accidentally there at the end of the play. He's not as fast as his dad. Different kind of offense, but he's plenty athletic.
No, that's what I think's interesting is his dad was so electrifying, and Casey is a pocket quarterback. You know, he's a modern quarterback, 2021. He'd rather sit there in the pocket, but as you saw there, does have the athletic ability and enough wiggle to get away from trouble.
Also can make plays on the run as Rattler can. On 2nd down behind the sticks, they get it down underneath, and the catch is made by Cade Brewer, the veteran tight end.
That's what you're going to see this a lot from Sark, kind of a crossing concept, a mesh route. Saw this so much throughout Sark's career, and this time he's just trying to pick up enough yards here to give him a good chance on third and medium.
Yeah, first third down of the afternoon for Texas, converting at 55% this season. Not afraid to run the ball to Robinson in these situations. Thompson looking to pass, early pressure. Can he escape? Still trying to make some magic happen. Dancing around. Couldn't get his eyes downfield, and Isaiah Thomas eventually drops him.
Boy, Nick Benito, who is known on third down to give you trouble. And Alex Branch, he likes to move his defensive linemen around, especially on third down. He's right here. He works to the inside. What you love to see is the linebacker player, Deshaun White, with his eyes on the quarterback right here. It looks like there's a chance there for Thompson to get to the first down, but spying there with White prevents it.
Try to make a Johnny Manziel-like play if you're older Roger Staubach. And now, punt returner is slammed into. There's no flag. His own man bumps into him. Is this another special teams disaster for OU? Coverage team into it. He got shoved into
But Chris, I can't tell who the ball hit as it came down. Did it hit Mims?
First touching by Texas.
Yeah, it hit Texas shoulder pad.
First down.
Yeah, hit a Texas player's shoulder pad. Looked like Josh Thompson, who was down there. Never hit the Oklahoma player. Hits 9 right on the back, right on the shoulder pad, and the ball is...
So Stoops got knocked into you. If you're a man trying to block you don't want to get that near the returner. If you're Drake in that situation, you got to go to the ball went off his helmet illegally. They'll take over at the 16-yard line.
I'm wondering, I want to ask Bill, the ball was touched at the 31 by Texas. Why is it at the 16? That's what Lincoln Riley, I think, is fired up about. You help us with that?
Sure can. That's the touching, so that should be the spot.
31.
Doesn't matter who recovered it. They get the touching spot.
Look at
their
Lincoln.
advantage.
That's what he wants to know. Why is the ball not at the 31-yard line?
They're correcting it now.
With a little help to Thompson, 3 and out. And the Sooners take over with Brooks in the backfield. He feed it. And he is hit immediately by Overshown as he made that cut. Number 0 active in the first quarter, to say the least.
If you look at the stats right now, it's not as if Oklahoma's running for a ton of yards, but I'll tell you that there's enough sign there that Lincoln Riley's got to be looking from the sideline thinking, I'll tell you what, I'm starting to like that battle up front. It could favor us maybe throughout this football game.
Braden Willis also in the backfield. Rattler on the move, a lot of space. And he scoots for a nice gain out to the 40-yard line. Gofu forced him out.
That he was decisive there. Came around on that corner, and instead of waiting to try to hope that somebody's going to get open, he just pulled it and said, hey, I'm going to get some positive yards here and make the most out of this. Get us to 3rd and 3.
No pressure. Intercepted. Longhorns at their 49. Thompson wanted to take a downfield shot. Now does deliver a strike, and the catch is made by Worthy. What a first quarter for the true freshman.
Boy, is he emerging. You'll see him coming from the left. He gets one-on-one. You have play action. He's right here. Keep an eye on him. Watch him reverse. Go the other way. Get separation. Casey Thompson's waiting. The patience there pays off, and eventually he finds the freshman.
All the focus on number 5, Bijan Robinson. They have not featured the tailback yet. Scored a touchdown earlier. Now he's got it. Breaking tackles. Doing what he does. And muscled out down near the 10 by Davis.
Boy, how good is he? I think he's the top running back in the country. They want to get him on the edge, run into the boundary, make these linebackers have to tackle Bijan Robinson. This has been a sore spot for the OU defense all year, going all the way back to Tulane, tackling in space, eye control, fundamentals, and heard it last week. And that time, Robinson's able to get some big yards.
Comes off 3 consecutive 100-yard games. 35 carries a week ago. 216. Thompson to the end zone. Touchdown! Joshua Moore.
Trying to stay with Moore. Ends up running into his own defender. Creates that separation.
Seen a lot already here in the first 10-plus minutes of this one. Texas back up by 2 scores. Quickly converting the interception. And the fair catch made. OU to start at the 25. To Holly Rowe. Leads the team in quarterback pressure. So now Goku will switch positions and come down and take over. Rattler rolling on first down. A long throw. And it was too far for Michael Woods. He throws it well on the run. You see the strength. Just a little off target.
This is where the experience of Spencer Rattler has to come into play. He was benched a year ago in this game. He has a tendency to want to make plays happen. Just threw a pick. Just got to calm down. You can't make a 14-point play. Just stay within the offense. Make good decisions. Don't feel like you have to make up for that interception. This is where you can show some maturity.
They fake it to Gray. Rattler pressured on the run. Delivers behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Hall is tackled immediately. Texas defense is flying around.
But Jalen Ford, 41, comes to the right off the edge. Does a good job of pressuring Rattler. That kind of blew the play up. But I'll give credit to this Texas secondary, man. Besides the pressure, look at the burnt orange jerseys flying around. They are everywhere, led by Anthony Cook that time. That play didn't have a chance.
Senior out of Texas, really becoming the kind of player they thought he was when he was a 5-star out of Houston. 3rd and 13. Rattler gets good protection for a while. Now they'll drag him down for a second time. And the sack by Alfred Collins.
This is what's called a relentless attitude and effort by Collins. Watch him work off the edge right here. And this is good coverage downfield, but he's blocked. He's handled, but he's never going to give up until he gets there to Spencer Rattler. Great effort.
OU did all that pre-snap shift before the punt. Ended up getting a block. More and more teams do this. I frankly don't get it.
See it a lot.
That pick is driven into the wind. A bomb way over the head of Jamison. It rolls all the way to the end zone. 85-yard punt. 85.
Complete command so far in this game.
Pop pass around the edge. Moore, who just caught the touchdown, following some blockers, and picks up 9.
Remarkable story and everything that Josh Moore has been through in his life. Back in 2013, his older brother committing suicide. He wears a necklace with his photo around his neck to try to make him proud every single day.
He's making his whole family proud so far today. 2nd and 1. Thompson hit immediately. They try to get a little tricky there. It's an incomplete pass.
They got pressure. Time Alex Branch, instead of sitting back, he brought not only Benito, and also you can see up the middle there, Asamoah, also 24. They can, when they turn it loose, Isaiah Thomas, Benito, the linebackers.
And the handoff on the end around to Whittington and the receiver. The first down. They continue to use Robinson mainly as a decoy so far.
Yeah, and look how unusual formation. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The receivers are in tight. Now watch the quarterback. It's like high school football. We're giving it here. We're faking it this way.
Pretty good high school. Look at this back. He looks like a Sunday back, not a Friday night back. Robinson rips off about 9.
Sark told us last night, we think we can get to the edges, whether that's a quick throw to the edge Whether that's running Bijan Robinson, we want to try to work their edges. We think it can set up other aspects of our offense.
Robinson, that time right off the gut, and he just barrels into OU territory. Asamoah stopped him, but Robinson already 32 yards on his 4 carries.
And since that loss to Arkansas, it redefines who they are as an offense. It's been really Bijan Robinson and the physicality running over 60% of the time, but this has been a different offensive attack in this first quarter that Alex Grinch trying to get his arms around and try to figure out how Texas is attacking.
There's an interesting comment that Sark made. He wanted to try to emulate what he did at Alabama, and they lit it up, right? Personnel a little bit different. Thompson, deep shot, man wide open, pump, touchdown, Joshua. Goodness. All those Oklahoma bloodlines, you wait 3 years behind Alex.
And I love the fact that he's in his 3rd year and he's battled through some adversity and appreciates where he is today.
Ray's going to have a fair catch again.
That's a time, like we said in that last drive, you just got to have some awareness of not trying to force the issue. You don't want this game to get completely away from you.
Brooks hit immediately. And Texas, this defense, they gave up 333 on the ground to Arkansas. They were trampled by the Razorbacks. A lot better since then. There is another.
And regain some confidence.
Second and 9. Rattler on the move again. Scanning. Nobody to throw to. And just fires it into the bench. He was chased again by Overshown.
Yeah, he just kind of is rolling out nonchalantly, and as he's taking steps, he's eliminating options for him to throw to. There's just nowhere for him to throw the football. And there was no reason necessarily to move out there, but he took himself away from the chance of making a play.
Needs a play here on 3rd and 9. Texas not showing pressure this time. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Gray's got it, and they're going to try to get it on the ground. Makes a cut, upended right at the marker. That was Jared Thompson who hit him. The spot's going to decide this. It's going to be just short, and it'll be 4th down. That will be the final play of a frantic first quarter. Longhorns score on the opening play, block a punt, add a couple more scores. Back after this message and a word from your local ABC station.
I just come in there and do quarterback sneak. They're coming right back with the same formation from Oklahoma.
Brooks to his left. Beat the length of a football. It's a keeper all the way. Makes a cut. Dances free and look out. Caleb Williams in the secondary. They're trying to run him down. Dives. Touchdown, Oklahoma. 66 yards on 4th and a foot. Forget that play last week.
Right? And put that, we just said what this guy's going to bring to the table eventually. He's more of a true dual threat. But I think he was surprised once he initially got the first down. He kind of looked around like, my gosh, it's the first time I've ever experienced this, the big-time college football. He takes it to the house.
But he's got the speed to do that. And a pretty good arm, too. They trust the freshman. This is the guy that Oklahoma students were serenading. They said, we want Caleb. And that home win over West Virginia, that got Rattler stirred up. Williams did not come into that ball game. Yet another Texas defender is down on the field.
So let's take a look right here, Chris. You have both Willis and Hall blocking here to try to set this up. But watch, it gets taken away. So Williams has to bounce it right there. Then he makes the safety Foster miss. And that's when I said he looked around like, oh my gosh, this is like high school. I got room to work here. I'm going to take this thing to the end zone.
So Riley gambles, Middle's own 39. Puts in the freshman, and the Progressive pylon cam gets smacked into by Williams as he makes a dive. It had no Bader. 6 touchdowns in the first 15 of this game. I can't imagine Texas has ever had a 28-point quarter in this rivalry before.
The reaction on the sideline from Caleb Williams' teammates is interesting. It's really interesting to see. They're happy for him, but they're very, very positive energy. You can sense that they're happy just to see him be able to make some plays.
Now, Williams, quarterback of the future. Maybe next year it's his team when Rattler moves on, but get the chance to make a play and you do something in this game, you are etched into the history of it, and he wastes little time.
No matter what he accomplishes, he'll never forget that play.
Back in 10 seconds. Now we'll look from Ram Trucks. Keandre Coburn, who was helped to the sideline, hurt on that touchdown run. We'll keep an eye on that.
He has something special.
Thompson from the pocket. It'll be dropped. Didn't escape quick enough, and Big Perry on Winfrey played a big role in last year's Red River game. Got him.
Again, that is a coverage sack. See him push through the middle. Nobody open downfield. Thompson trying to find an open receiver, a check down. There's just nobody available, and eventually Winfrey, who is a very capable interior pass rusher, gets to him.
So often this game is about a fierce pass rush. Each team has recorded a couple of sacks already. Ellinger sacked 6 times by OU in last year's wild Oklahoma win. 3rd down, they need 10. Sooners rush 3 to get immediate pressure, and it's dropped. Tried to check it down on the screen to Robinson. Nick Bonito got there in a hurry, and here comes the punch in.
Boy, is Bonito good. One of the top passers. It's the get off. See how quickly he is able to get off? Carrick never really had a chance once he got outside of him. They had some room. They had some room outside there. He had a convoy of blockers. A good call on 3rd down. They had a chance, but the pressure there by Bonito just too quick.
Carrick has to shift to right tackle. It's a reshifted Texas offensive line because Denzel Okafor, their fine senior, sadly his career is finished in his 6th year. So Bonito hit him. This is shades of the Russell Wilson injury. The issue is his right thumb.
Right thumb, just on the follow through there. Looked like he just hit the arm of Bonito. You could see he does not feel good, and then he came over to met with the trainers and tried to throw it. Watch his face and reaction. So we'll keep a close eye on that.
Wilson followed through, hit Aaron Donald, and his status is up in the air. Seahawks game against the Rams last weekend. OU ball, 14-point game. It's a backwards pass. Mims gets it back to Rattler. Pitches it downfield. Wide open. Jeremiah Hall. Little trickery from Riley, and OU has momentum big time now to the 25.
How about that? How about Lincoln Riley saying, oh yeah, Sark, I've got a little something up my sleeve as well.
48-yard gain. Playing fast. Brooks breaks the tackle in the backfield and is knocked down at the 21. Mims got it back to Rattler, and it's a good thing the receiver was wide open.
How great is this? How great is this rivalry? I mean, over the years, you've just had so many memorable moments. It looks like 2021 is not letting us down.
It never does disappoint. The last 7 meetings here in the regular season, all decided by 1 score or less. It's a long period before that where we're kind of lopsided scores, typically. We're on a roll lately, though, Red River. On 2nd and 5, trying to get to Eric Gray. That was not an accurate throw.
Chris, let's go back quickly to the touchdown. Hall's right here if you want to keep an eye on him the whole time. It's a lateral. He gets it backwards. I thought right then there's a chance. And here he is right here. He's going to sneak down their sideline. Now, nobody picks him up. So once nobody picked him up, you knew that when Rattler got his hands on the ball, it was going downfield to 27.
The only downside, you had a 250-pounder on the receiving end that he couldn't quite make a house call out of it. There's a 3rd down and 5. Neither defense has been able to force a field goal attempt yet. And Rattler escapes, fires over the middle. The ball was deflected and falls incomplete. It's Brockermeyer who got a hand on it. B.J. Foster down doing push-ups, and it is 4th and 5.
I just pointed out where Mims was, and he's looking this way. I don't know why he didn't pull the trigger right there. That's a first down. Instead, he's got to try to make something happen, and it throws a dangerous pass. But he had his top receiver, Marlon Mims, right at the sticks with room.
So Burkich on from 39. Reliable kicker. Had an unfortunate moment in last year. Had a chance to win it in third overtime. Hooked it badly. Ended up not costing Oklahoma. Sooners chip it away. Texas lead now 11. Concern right now is the right thumb of Casey Thompson. Keep an eye on that. Just showed you his grimace in pain trying to throw the football. They taped up that right wrist moments ago. This feels like an important moment on the Texas side, though. Sooners scored 10 in a row to cut the lead. And Texas offense sputtered the last possession. They pull it and deliver a slant right on target. No problem with the thumb that time, and it's Whittington out across the 40.
Does a really good job of the ball placement. And he might have been grimacing on the sideline, but not at all. That throw to Whittington put some velocity on it, too.
Now Robinson makes a spin move in the open field. That was a pretty spectacular 6-yard gain there.
He's a human joystick. Grimes didn't have much of a chance. Reggie Grimes, 14. And backside pursuit, you better be ready. I mean, Fives can run any. That play's designed to go right, and he spins it back to the left.
Thompson rolls, pressured, and threw it right into traffic. Hit off a lineman there. Brian Asamoah brought the heat. Thompson knocked down.
And these backers have been pretty active at trying to get after the quarterback when he has thrown. He's right here. He kind of works to the outside. He pauses, and then turns it loose right there.
Robinson was on the other side of the lineman and didn't get through to him. So 3rd and 4 now. Longhorns 1 of 3 so far in third. They wanted to get the ball to the right to Robinson in the flat, and then he ran out of time. Pressure again inside. Perry on Winfrey, 4th down.
A miscommunication. You talked about that offensive line, and they see pressure and movement, which is what Oklahoma's known for, and they get spooked. The right side of the offensive line right here. Watch the confusion with the movement. Inside, do I go outside? They end up turning loose Perry on Winfrey, who flushes Thompson out of the pocket.
I think the thought was to get the ball to Robinson in the right flat. He had some room over there.
Pressure was too quick.
So Cameron Dicker handles the punting. They went 2.5 games without punting. They went 29 consecutive drives without punting the football.
Straight points.
And back on their 14. Stoops in motion, and they get it to Brooks. And Brooks rolling into the secondary, out across the 30.
As a direct snap to Kennedy Brooks. He's got some blockers leading around, and Wills along with Stoops.
Texas barely got lined up. They look a little dazed and slow to react right now. That's another 9-yard gain.
You're right. You know, it's as if Lincoln Riley can sense that, hey, we've got him on the ropes here. Let's not let up. If anything, let's go faster. I mean, they'll mix in tempo, but they're not a high-octave tempo team. But right now, they feel like they have Texas on the ropes. They don't want to slow it down.
Brooks again, left side, strong out, spins free. Didn't even tackle behind the line. Got very near the marker before Jet Bush got him down. It's just short.
He got through. That was Jet Bush who got out there on the edge. He's able to run through that arm tackle. I thought he did just enough, but he is a little bit short of the first down.
Be 3rd down.
Remember, we saw Caleb Williams come in on that 4th and short. He's the short yardage quarterback.
I love what you brought up. It's not just designing plays, know when to call them, Kirk. It's both Riley and Sarkisian having a tremendous feel for the rhythm. Brooks hit, able to plow for a first down. Kennedy Brooks disappointed his play against West Virginia. Kind of took it personally, had a great week, and then broke out against the Purple Cats. Little Apple last week.
Been pretty impressed with him after opting out a year ago. You're talking about a guy that had 1,000 yards, over 1,000 yards in 18, over 1,000 yards in 19. Opts out last year, but he seems to have found his rhythm at the midway point this year.
Hall in the backfield. It's Gray coming in motion. Rattler rolling, looking that way, and has a man wide open. Gray forgotten about by the defense, that kind of reverse motion, and he was wide open. First down to the 44.
Yeah, once they brought him inside, ball was snapped while he was almost at that H-back spot, and then with that quickness, he gets back outside. And you're right, Texas just couldn't find him. Stayed almost like a check down there, and then he's got such quickness after he catches the ball.
3 years at Tennessee, very effective pass receiver as a running back. They take it to Gray. Rattler caught up in traffic and loses the ball on the ground. Texas say they have it.
And again, Spencer Rattler trying to make a play, trying to keep a play alive. Ball gets away from him, and Ben Davis, to his credit, taught to attack the football.
Field trying to reestablish momentum here. Thompson flips it to Robinson, and Robinson another spin. This one inside, another exciting short gain. Corey Roberson on the stop.
Now, this Oklahoma defense all week, especially after the week they had against Kansas State where they didn't play their best, they've heard nothing but stopping number 5. Every time he touches the ball, I want to see hats to the ball. We need to swarm. We need to leverage the ball. He makes people miss.
Bijan's got it again, turns the corner, makes people miss, makes one of those cuts, looking like Reggie Bush in the open field. Number 5 still running. All the way to the 1-yard line. Ellison saved the touchdown, but it's first and goal. They fake it to Robinson, pitcher goes to the touchdown, caught.
With a run-pass option for a touchdown.
When it strong deja vu. Looks like Lincoln Riley is going to do what he did last year. Lifts. Spencer Rattler had 2 turnovers last year, taking a fumble. Same thing here today. It was Tanner Mordecai, who's now the SMU starter. Came off the bench, didn't do much. This time, it's Caleb Williams who's going to come on.
Let's see,
though. Let's see what Williams can do. Perhaps take over this game. Make it his job. Brooks and Hall in the backfield. Williams keeps it. Inaccurate throw. Tried to get it to Hall, but it was too far outside.
So when Lincoln Riley is kind of a quarterback whisperer, he does a great job throughout the week working not only with Spencer Rattler, finding out what he's comfortable with, but also with a guy that may come into the game. And in this case, Caleb Williams, who's a true freshman who's never played in a big game like this. So he went over the play sheet with him. What are you comfortable with? What do we feel good about? And so now that's what he's focusing on, trying to get 13 to just settle into this game.
Williams delivers across the middle, and the catch is made. Hall hurls a man and is kind of pinballed out near midfield. Jeremiah Hall playing a big role here.
Yeah, Jeremiah Hall does a good job of sneaking here and getting across. Watch the vision. Sees it open, ball is out quickly, right where his receiver makes the play. And I tell you, I always say it, whether it's Dimitri Flowers, there's always an H-back in Norman that makes plays in the passing game, and this year is Jeremiah Hall.
That's a big man hurdling a defense.
Love it.
54-yard gain. And hand it off to Gray. And Gray makes the cut. Lowers ahead. And OU behind Williams has got something going here.
Get that running game going. Remember, Caleb Williams is a threat now. This is a different offensive approach with 13. I mean, he can hand it, but he can pull it like Jalen Hurts would, and he is dangerous in how he runs. He doesn't run like Kyler Murray, where he's so quick, but he'll run over top of you with power. He's built very, very strong and physical as a quarterback.
About 220 pounds. Very few ever ran like Kyler Murray did.
No, I'm just saying he's not that style, but he can run.
You sure can. We've seen that already. He collected the snap, bobbled it initially, and gets the ball out to Trevon West, who makes this his second catch of the season.
And by the way, just because he's come in throughout this year in short yardage and red zone as the running quarterback, he's obviously not, he can be that guy. This guy can spin it. And I think the reason some people in Norman have wanted to see more and more of him is because of some of the intangibles and the leadership that he brings to the table.
Shows you how Lincoln Riley recruits the nation when it comes to quarterback. Going to Washington, D.C. Not exactly an Oklahoma pipeline. Gray, and he's near the marker. Tackled by Brockermeyer. It'll be third down at about a foot.
Caleb Williams was the #1 ranked dual threat quarterback. Could have gone to almost any school in the country. And to play quarterback for Lincoln Riley, I mean, you are recruited basically by every school in the country. But so far what I've seen is a decisive, quick decisions, getting the ball out. Very, very confident in the way he's executing right now.
On third down, Brooks hit it immediately at the line there, broke the tackle, and falls forward for a first down at the 21.
Love that. They're going to go fast here. I love that body lean from Kennedy Brooks. He's running hard today, man. That trips off to the left.
Texas barely lined up, and Brooks weaves his way through traffic. He is so patient, and then has that burst when he sees daylight. Bush got him to the ground.
He's doing a good job on those counter plays and getting behind those big linemen, just hiding behind them. You said the perfect word. It takes patience when you run that. You wait, use your vision, and then it's the burst. What he brings with that is the physicality.
Sooners trying to bring this lead back under control before halftime. Off the play action, Williams retreating, buying time, rips it to the end zone, just out of the reach.
You know what, man? The fact that he saw him has me excited. I mean, the fact that he's a young quarterback that's trying to run for his life and trying to make something happen. The fact that he didn't give up on this play and just throw it away, and he somehow got that in there, almost completes this to Wills, is impressive. Good vision downfield by the freshman.
See if Riley's thinking 2 plays here. Yeah, it's the first half. If the lead is 18, it's 3rd and 5. Quarterback run, always a threat with Williams in the game. From the pocket, though, delivers a looping throw to the end zone. Jump ball broken up, trying to get it to Hazelwood. And that was a nice play by Deshaun Jamison. 4th and 5.
He got pressured. He couldn't quite come through the throw. The ball is going to be underthrown. It's one-on-one, trying to go back shoulder to Hazelwood. But if you see the pressure, he couldn't quite get his body into the throw, and I think it affected the accuracy. But a good drive by Caleb Williams here to come into this game.
Burkich on for an apparent field goal attempt. If you're Texas, you want to be alert for a fake here. 35-yarder to cut the lead to 15. And Burkich does drive it through. So, first possession for Caleb Williams. They drive it 58 yards, settle for 3. Sooners will get the football to begin the second half. Texas won the toss and took it. To boot it away. Now let's see what did not get it done. And here's Robinson, makes a cut. He's wrestled down, but it's a 5-yard gain. Reggie Grimes got him down.
And it lowers his yards per carry down to 10.9.
Slacking.
And is he fun to watch? I've got so many texts from people saying that this is the first time they've seen him. Their eyes are open. Wow, this Bijan Robinson is fun to watch and legit. I mean, he makes people miss every time he touches the ball.
He's wearing 5 to honor Reggie Bush. That was his boyhood idol, like so many other guys of his generation. Very few have been able to somewhat emulate what Reggie did. Of course, Sarkisian well acquainted with Bush. And, you know, there are very few guys. He's a generational talent, Reggie Bush, but Bijan Robinson showing you why there's such a buzz building in Austin.
I think he has everything. You know, vision, patience, power, balance, burst. He's got the vision. When you see a defender coming, does spin moves. He can run through you. He can run around you. He can run by you. I mean, he's got it all. And he's the most humble guy, they say, on the roster.
There was some confusion. The end around was taken by Worthy. He nearly collided with Robinson. He kind of bumped into him, but they moved the sticks.
But it worked.
A lot of traffic there.
You know, we've seen him in short yardage get under center, and at time he'll try to do it. But the most important thing is neither one of them had the ball. You get to Worthy.
That was like me trying to navigate the game day set in the midway when you guys were doing your thing. I was bumped and jostled about like that.
Oh, yeah?
Every 5 seconds. Yeah. Good time out there. No hurry. 2 timeouts. Texas inside a minute and a half. Thompson retrieves, just throws it away. He just lofted it from inside the pocket, and that pressure from Benito.
About that.
Sooner fans hollering for intentional grounding, and they are conferring right now.
Obviously in the pocket, under pressure, and just threw it. The closest receiver was a tight end, Cade Brewer.
Here comes the flag for grounding. Brewer wasn't that close to it.
No, it's pretty obvious he was just throwing it away to survive. Inside the pocket, Benito pressures, just throws it away.
And Oklahoma pass rush is beginning to impose. They were, as you said, confused, off balance early in this game. And they've given up 35 points. Texas hasn't even run 30 plays yet. But the pass rush has begun to put Thompson under pressure. And that penalty, basically the same as a sack, makes it 2nd and 21. Thompson launching downfield, battle on the edge, diving catch by Worthy. The true freshman having a spectacular first half.
Well, he's going up against Jayden Davis. Jayden Davis surprised. I mean, Worthy got right by him at the line of scrimmage. That was over at the line of scrimmage. And then it's a foot race and a perfectly placed ball when the young man could go out, lay out, and come up with a big catch.
43-yard gain. Texas trying to play quickly here before they can stop and check that catch. Man, it looks like they couldn't get the play off. Just want to be sure, and they are being sure of everything, that he controlled the ball to the ground.
He's going to stick by him, but he's showing you what he's capable of doing. But Jayden Davis that time, surprised.
Play action. Thompson has time. A long route, and that time he overshot Worthy. He was running free again, though.
One thing about Sark and how he attacks the defense, if he sees that he has a matchup, much like you see in the NFL, he's not afraid to go at it and go at it and go at it until you as a defensive coordinator fix it. Right now, he thinks that he has a matchup with Worthy against Jayden Davis, and he's trying to exploit that 8 against 4 matchup.
And he's trying to hit the gas and build this lead before halftime. This is Robinson running left. That time he's wrestled down. Great job containing him that time. Jordan Kelly, one of the backups in the defensive line, made the stop.
Anytime you tackle him, like before he gets going, it's a win.
They're not spending a timeout here, and no urgency on 3rd and 9. They're in Cameron Dicker's field goal range, and now they're going to signal a timeout with 14 seconds to go. Okay, and we have the timeout. Check back with Chris Fallica. The year was, or the question was, the first year coachers in the Red River rivalry, the biggest margin of victory. Is that what it was?
That was.
I'm tempted to say, like,
trivia question. You are correct.
There's a lot of them. Switzer, Wilkinson, the Oklahoma side.
You did nail the Texas one, which was Mac Brown, the 34-3 win. But the answer to today's athletic trivia question is Barry Switzer. The year was 1973. And
he was in his 30s.
What was the score?
He was in his first year, and the Oklahoma Sooners were a 52-13 winner over Texas State.
That gets your career off to a good foot. When you come, you're new at your school, and you can bludgeon a rival, and your first time, that's what Sarkisian's trying to do here. It becomes an instant statement win, and the folks feel great about it. It's got recruiting momentum. Texas, as the home team, has 90 recruits here. 90 watching this ball game.
He's got him spread out, and he's got some one-on-one matchups across the board.
Roschon Johnson is the back. Here comes late pressure. Thompson delivers a long throw, and the catch is made by Whittington. Clock ticking down now. They might regret not calling the timeout quicker, Kirk. There's only 5 seconds to go.
Sark is standing right next to the official. The clock stops, obviously, with the first down, and he's got his hand up. Now he calls the timeout.
And Dicker, the kicker. Hometowner from Austin, knocks it right through. 345 total yards for Texas. 292 for the Sooners, but some crucial mistakes and a special teams play. Rattler hold as he was last year. We'll see if it's Caleb Williams to start the third quarter. 38-20 Longhorns. The State Farm halftime tap. Texas 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes. Oklahoma scraped and clawed, but it's been a big play UT offense and a quarterback change now to begin the third quarter for Oklahoma.
Yeah, we'll see what Caleb Williams can do. You know, see if he can make plays running and throwing. I thought we might see him run the ball a little bit more when he came in. Or distributing the ball. He's known as a guy who can run it and throw it. See if they use his legs a little bit more now that they've had a chance to go in and talk about that.
Yeah, the plot twist is that a year ago, Rattler comes and there's a spin move from Williams. Juke, open field, making guys look foolish. Electric, true freshman.
Yeah, just talked about, you know, utilizing his legs. And I think that, you know, Lincoln Riley went in there, the little zone read, so he can hand that a ball off or pull it depending on the read. He pulls it out, and then he borrowed a spin move from Bijan Robinson there and got some more yards. He's dangerous in the open field.
UT defense would have prepared a little bit for Williams, but now they're seeing a whole different looking offense. And it's Brooks. Bounced off one man, then hit hard by Overshown. What a game he's playing.
He has really shown up today from the very beginning. The opening drive for Oklahoma. Blocked a punt on their first series. So he has been dialed in.
Not sure it's a 0 in this shirt. It's an O for Overshown, and he has repped the family name well here. 6'4", long arm guy out of Arp, Texas. Brooks bounces off a man and able to fall forward. Couldn't get into the ground. Eventually, Cook got him down, but Overshown that time a missed tackle.
Yeah, that's, as you said, Overshown is flying around. He had a chance for a TFL, but the physicality of Kennedy Brooks that we've seen a lot of today bounced off that, and he gives Caleb Williams a much better chance here on 3rd down and 5.
Overshown flies around so fast. He does miss a fair number of tackles, being a little bit out of control sometimes. Gray is the back. Williams from the pocket, looking to escape, and delivers a strike on the sidelines. Catch made by Michael Woods. Now they're saying the Texas ain't incomplete, but he's the ruling.
I don't know if he completed the process of the catch. I mean, he gets his toe down, but watch the football.
Jaron Thompson in coverage. I think he did get the toe down for sure right there.
Yeah, the toe's down, but watch. Let's see whether you can't tell. I mean, I think the ball came out. It's the part you can't see.
Yeah, the Sooner fans see the same replay you're seeing, and they can't tell whether or not Woods controlled it to the ground.
Not survived the ground.
Yeah,
4th down.
The ball came out. I mean, he did a heck of a job to go up and get his feet down, but watch the football. So we know that he's in, but there's the ball right there. Incomplete. What an effort, though, to climb the ladder there. Toe tap.
Is there a thought by Riley early in the 3rd quarter, his end of the field, and 4th and 5 at all?
Too early.
Send out Michael Turk, the punter. He transferred from Arizona State because of the Pac-12's vaccine mandate. That's why he's here for the Sooners. Had that punt blocked in the 1st quarter, his first attempt. Set up a touchdown. Gets this one away. And drifting back, Jameson makes the fair catch. That's part of what it's about, right? There's the prize bowl competition. And yeah, get you to judge that some year.
After the game, we'll do it.
Robinson into heavy traffic, and he's slammed down by Isaiah Thomas for a loss. Holly?
Well, guys, Lincoln Riley obviously started Caleb Williams in the second half, and he said it was turnover related. We cannot turn the ball over. That's why Spencer Rattler's on the sideline. And then I asked him about tackling Bijan Robinson. How can they stop him better? And he said, we've had guys in position. We're missing tackles. He said, also, we're over pursuing. He's so good on the cutback. We have to stop over pursuing on Bijan Robinson.
Well, they got him for a 4-yard loss, Holly, on that play. And now Thompson from the end zone checks it down and slammed to the ground. Nick Benito got Bijan down that time.
Casey Thompson has settled into his first start in this rivalry pretty well. Look at those names. All times. Bradford, Murray, Jason White. Texas now with Casey Thompson on the board.
Heisman. Oh, you on the left.
So pressure.
Yeah. Now he needs 12, though. Pin back. Oh, you showing pressure. That's Benito creeping up on that left side of the pass rush. And there's a flinch.
The left guard finally.
Took a long time.
It took forever. Tough.
False start. Number 68. Offense. Half the distance to the goal. Third down.
He cut down on penalties today. Well, Bevo, he's like you. He's got to have a fan by air conditioning.
Oh, you got to love Bevo. Keep the flies off him.
Yeah, that O-line, now they know a sack in the end zone is going to be a safety. Thompson back in that burnt orange paint, looking for somebody, delivers a long throw, no chance, just delivered into the bench, 4th down.
Go back to when you said you think Lincoln's thinking about maybe going for it, and I thought maybe a little early. He did a good job with his special teams, penned them deep, and then relied on the defense to come up with a 3 and out. Now they're going to get the football in very favorable field position here.
Yeah, the key, they got Texas behind the sticks, tackling Robinson for a 4-yard loss on 1st down. Marvin Mims is laboratory. He's standing in the Texas 41. Baker gets it away, and it's Mims right there for a fair catch. So tremendous field position for Oklahoma as they try to cut into this 18-point lead. That's what we're talking about. Such nutritious food here at the Texas State. Did you get yourself a corn?
No, I did not. I missed out.
College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. Of course, one of the 2 semifinals is the Goodyear Cotton Bowl, played over at AT&T Stadium on New Year's Eve, as well as the Cap One Orange Bowl. Indianapolis, the scene of the championship game. So Caleb Williams and the Sooners, that exchange of punts, great field position, starting in plus territory. And Brooks breaks free. And shoestring tackle prevents a bigger gain. Foster got him down, but he gained 9.
Just a really good job of navigating in the interior there. Picked up a block by Chris Murray. Was able to climb up to that 2nd level.
Right tackle Kirk Tyrese Robinson, senior out of McKinney, Texas. And at right tackle replacing Robinson. 2nd and 1. Brooks. Pulled down short of the marker by big Keandre Coburn. 3rd down coming up.
Nice job by Coburn, who's a big man, 350 pounds out of Houston. But not only uses his size, but has great hands, able to get off his block and keep Kennedy Brooks short of that 1st down.
And T'Vondre Sweat will rotate to that nose tackle position. See what the call is. 3rd and 1. 2 backs flanking Williams. He pulls it. He's got grass and spins. Nice play fighting off the block by Thompson, but it is a 1st down.
And the one thing about him is he's still a young player. He wants to make the big play. And in this case, you got to know the down and distance. You got to know that you need a few yards. There's no reason to go laterally. Get upfield right now. Right now, get upfield and pick up that 1st down. He's fortunate just to get enough, but he could have made it a lot easier by getting north and south.
If you're an Oklahoma fan, you're thinking, where is Mario Williams? The talented freshman out of Tampa has been a big part of this offense. 20 catches coming in, hasn't even been targeted today. Stogner hasn't had a catch yet. This is Brooks in the middle. So some of the normal pieces that Rattler usually works with haven't been involved yet for OU.
Not yet. Not yet. And I think, we've seen them try to find different ways. Marvin Mims a big target. Really, they've been hitting Jeremiah Hall when they've been throwing the ball. Texas's defensive scheme has been to try to keep all of those receivers in front of them. Make OU throws underneath.
Play action. Ball zipped and a catch made. Cross for the first down. There is Mario Williams finally. This freshman who's got a growing role. He's electric with the football.
Yeah, he's into the boundary against Jamison and does a nice job of working back to the football, but it's like he was able to still pick up the first down. Gave him a pretty good spot there to get that first down.
Play clock at 5. Brooks turns the quarter. Let me get you the key in more on Kennedy Brooks. That was Luke Brockermeyer. Savvy middle linebacker got him to the ground.
Sweat is an enforcer in the middle. I mean, look at him work and just get by. He's a huge man, 355, but so quick.
Really find guys who are 355 who can move like that. They're one of the prized possessions, right, on any college football
everywhere.
Team. Yeah. Or a pro football team, for that matter. Gray's in the slot, empty backfield on 2nd and 9. Again, they work the play clock. Williams flips it down. Gray tripped up. Overshawn 0-on-0, got him to the ground.
Texas showing him pre-snap, and Kwiatkowski, it's one thing he wants to do with a young quarterback is show him one thing pre-snap, go to another. That time they showed pressure and then dropped out of it after the ball was snapped. Had people in position to get after Eric Gray.
Is it conscious, Kirk? Not a lot of tempo with Williams. They slowed things down with the freshman. Here, taking their time again before this 3rd and 4.
Look at all they're putting on the shoulders of a young freshman, Caleb Williams here. They're in the loudest part of the stadium for OU, right in front of the burnt orange fans.
And that freshman gets the ball away off the tear, and it's caught finally by Stogner. Tremendous pressure, barely got the pass off. Ball bounced in the air in an unusual way for the H-back to finally get a catch today.
Well, they disguised the blitz and brought it late with Jarian Thompson. I don't know how he gets out of this, Chris. I mean, how in the world does he stay up? And like you said, tip pass, Stogner's able to come up with it, but they're down 3 possessions, so they're going to settle for the field goal.
You see the strength. He got lucky there off Hazelwood's hands, and Stogner collects it. And Burkich tries to make it 3 for 3 today. 29 yards. And this gets the lead back to 15. But OU kept out of the end zone. Again, settling for 3. And it is a 15-point game.
Playing very efficient offensively. That's a heck of a match.
So Burkich is connected on 3 field goals, kicks it off. And Deshaun Jamison, he's dangerous. Rare kickoff return today, and he struggles back.
4 touchdowns so far in this game.
Robinson forces as many missed tackles as anybody in the country. That's been a problem for Oklahoma all year. Long throw going down low to grab the ball above the grass is Worthy again. And 17 more yards for the freshman.
Yeah, he has done this in the past in the first half where he rolls right, goes back into the boundary to Worthy. I love that there's 6 minutes to go, and Sark's not thinking about let's kill the clock. He's still aggressive and attacking.
Late pressure ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, and a couple of flags come in the offensive line pit.
It's a hold in the backfield.
They were coming down close to Thompson. That was Downs who was pulled down. Ethan Downs, the freshman from Weatherford, Oklahoma. But the standards of this game, it's been almost penalty-free, let's be honest.
Holding, number 75. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down. Sideline warning, Oklahoma. That's their first of the half.
You know, up 38-23. I just touched on how Sark's approach here. They get the ball back. They're up 15. Feels good. But I think that's the background there. He's been around Pete Carroll. He's been around Nick Saban. Some people would think, hey, you know, just work the clock, be smart, don't want to turn the ball over. But Sark has confidence in his system and in his players, the way his quarterback, Casey Thompson's playing, that he wants to continue to be aggressive. Now he gets behind the sticks. It may be different.
They hand it off to Robinson. Breaking tackles. Bijan Robinson still running. Tight rope down the sidelines and knocked out inside the 35 by Broyles.
Good job up front. Left guard gets a kick out. Watch this hole open up, and all he needs is a little bit of room right there. Stiff arm, and he's down the sideline. You're right. When you have him back there, it's okay. You can hand it off as often as you like.
Got it again. That 33-yard gain. Kirk put him back over 100, so 4 consecutive games for number 5 over 100.
How about the 35 carries last week? You know, 35 for 216, and we asked Sark about it last night because today everybody has 2 guys.
Yeah.
You know, the wear and tear of one guy. He's the opposite. He's like, everywhere I've been, I think having a bell cow, the team feeds off of him, and that's why he's not going to let up.
Interesting comment. It's not just that the workload is there. He likes what it symbolizes. Whether it was a Derrick Henry at Alabama. He was going back to his Washington days. They had backs that had heavy workloads back there. Whittington on the edge, knocked down at the 25. It's amazing that when you have 35 carries as a college guy, but it's double your average and you're not sore. You come back
Because he avoids all those big hits.
Fair point.
He really does. He gets down. He's elusive. He gets out of bounds. He doesn't. You see 35 carries. You think, oh my gosh, he's in the ice tub for sure for the next day or two. But he told Sark after the game, hey, I feel great.
And they zip it to the sidelines. Catch made by Moore. Is it a big afternoon? And there is a nice open field tackle by Broyles. So Texas, this is important now, trying to add to this lead. They forced Oklahoma to kick field goals. The last 3 Sooner scoring drives have all been for 3 points. So Texas, to get in the end zone here, you start to feel much better about things.
This is huge at this point in the game. I mean, this Oklahoma defense has got to bow up if they want to keep the Sooners in this game. Horns looking for a potential haymaker here.
2-back set. Robinson sidestepping traffic. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. He kind of Olayed the freshman downs there in the backfield.
He's the kind of guy that'll get a 4-yard carry and you just be like, did you see that?
Exactly.
You know, his 6-yard carry last week, I think I asked Billy to pull it just because it sealed the victory, but it was maybe one of his best runs that he had because of what it meant, but he made 3 or 4 guys miss. So determined to close that game out.
And that was, they carried the ball 6 times in a row down the stretch to close it out. It needs 7 on this 3rd down. Haven't seen Robinson as much as a receiver today as he typically is used. He's in for pass pro, and Thompson throwing downfield, loops it, leaping catch. Incomplete. Marcus Washington went up high, could not come down with it in bounds, and it's 4th down.
I love where he put this football. He's got a matchup against the nickel, away from him, up. Boy, that right foot came down just on the line. The progressive pylon cam, what a look at it here. Yep, officials all over it. Right call.
And that is the difference between a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line and a long field goal attempt.
I thought he may have toe tapped it, but entire foot comes down and half of his foot out of bounds. But a great effort. We've been seeing a lot of that from these receivers from both sides, working the boundary.
So Cameron Dicker, 1 for 1 from 41. And we've seen excellent kicking from both sides. So Texas answers the Oklahoma field goal. The lead's back to 18. 2:45 in the 3rd. Thanks, fellas. What are you guys on game day, Herbs? We're going to start talking about the Spartans. Give them some love. They're getting 6-0.
We are.
I haven't heard a word about Sparty.
You got to tune in more.
Who's playing the role of a Michigan State fan?
Of course.
Mario Williams, the freshman on the return. Got great speed, spins, and gets out to the 22-yard line.
With Caleb Williams, the freshman.
Long conversation, Kirk, between Riley and his quarterback in that break. And they hand it off to Brooks. Breaking tackles, open field, look out! Kennedy Brooks are trying to chase him down. And they finally do rip the ball out. It's a fumble. The Longhorns have it. B.J. Foster collecting the ball. What a massive momentum swing. Would have been first and goal at the 2.
Chris, you feel so bad for Kennedy Brooks. And he has an incredible run, and he's starting to, as he ran, look both ways. And what makes it bad is he knew what was coming. He knew. Watch this. I mean, this is a great job of getting through the traffic. Bounces off. Now watch this. He looks over his left shoulder like, okay, I see you. I feel you. You're coming. Stiff arm. I know you're coming. But the stiff arms of Foster prevented him from protecting the ball with both hands.
He's down, though.
Could be down. Okay, could be down. It almost deserves to be down after that run. And the knowledge, like I said, he was not surprised. He saw it coming. He just, with that right hand protecting himself, he left himself vulnerable on the other side. And then he tries to hold on because he knew Jamison was coming, but he's definitely going to be called down.
Yeah, the knee hits just before the ball is ripped. He had 2 hands on the ball, and Jamison was still able to rip it out. What a massive replay review, and the backside goes down there. You're right, for Brooks, after that kind of effort,
Yeah.
it would be very, very tough break for him, and obviously for the Sooners if it ends in a fumble.
To me, it's just because a great run, but the awareness, the right knee is down. He's definitely going to be called down here. Don't you think, Billy?
Yeah, we've got a right knee down. I mean, tough play for the officials on the field.
Yeah.
But a couple good angles that show possession of the football, knee down, then the ball came out.
Well, too, Billy, you want to err on the side of letting the play continue if you're an official, right? Because had it been a fumble recovery by Texas, the return's in play. So when in doubt, fumble and then sort it out.
Fumble. At the same time, if you know the call, you make the call. But they had doubt.
Force
After
field
review,
goals.
the runner's knee was down before the ball came out at the 13-yard line. First and 10, Oklahoma.
And you think of the one thing you cannot do if you're Texas is to give up the electric shock play, the quick spike play to let Oklahoma get back in this. Make them work for it.
But you're thinking it's coming through the air, right? I mean, you're not thinking it's going to come off of a couple broken tackles. And Kennedy Brooks, who's had a heck of a day running the football, he's at 143 yards now for the Sooners.
You got 65 on that jump. So replay gets it right. Gray spelling Brooks.
Lincoln Riley at the top waving his arms trying to get Caleb Williams' attention. He finally did.
Play clock's winding down. May need to burn a timeout here. Yeah, they're not going to get the snap off. Riley must have felt it was worth it to get his attention. But again, the inexperience is, he's not started a game.
That's where the
spot duty.
That's where the inexperience comes in. Like I said, he was waving his arms up there for 10 seconds.
Against Thompson if he's looking that direction. Top of your screen. Gray is the back. Gray's got it and bounces it, and good pursuit. Strong play on the edge. Ray Thornton, the Bayou Bengal transfer, made the play out there.
Yeah, I'd love to see Thornton doing a good job of keeping the edge of the defense. He's up on his feet, gets off of Mims to block, gets outside, and of course Overshown also right there just looking to clean it up. Texas doing a good job of disguising pressure and bringing it late against the young quarterback with those safeties.
Sooners behind the sticks on first down. Tyrese Robinson, the right tackle, is back in the game for Oklahoma. Pressure off the edge, throw to the end zone. Hazelwood could not collect it. Stretched out. Incomplete, 3rd and 11.
Well, that's what Hazelwood wants. He's dangerous in the red zone. Spreads out. He's got it. I mean, that's a touchdown. Ball's perfectly thrown to the outside, away from the defender. He wins. Just got to hold on, secure the ball, and it's a touchdown.
Nice soft throw. Perfect underneath it.
Yeah, that was perfect. Now they switch out Hazelwood to the field to the right, and they bring Michael Woods into the boundary to go up against Jamison, who they just went after, and they isolate him.
Williams has to recover the snap. Now tries to make some magic. Touchdown! Could have been a disaster, but Marvin Mims collects it. A crucial score for OU. That was some poise. There's a lot going on pre-snap there. Almost looked like a flinch.
Yeah. Well, he was down to 3 seconds, and he's trying to tell the center, Rain, I need the ball. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're about to get another delay of game. And I think he was so caught up in that he fumbled the snap.
But regrouped. So great poise. And finally, Marvin Mims has a touchdown catch, his first of the season. And the lead is 11.
Yeah, if you look at the play clock, there's 4 seconds to go on the clock right there. Watch his urgency to get the ball off. You know, he's let's go, snap it, snap it, snap it. So that kind of set it off, got him on a rhythm. But look how he handles that. Look at the poise in this big a game to keep it. Now he's looking to work to find an open receiver. And look what he releases his ball. The courage to make that throw between 2 defenders. Great job by Caleb Williams.
At that point, your heart rate's got to be 130 after you fumbled the snap on a crucial 3rd and 11, right? I mean, remember what happened against Kansas State. He took his eye off the snap just like that down there at the goal line.
Yeah, it was a combination of a few things. He actually was looking left there.
1:02 to go in the 3rd. Oklahoma is very much in this game. We get too heavy. Okay.
Yeah, he's just a big dude.
Yes, he is. You know, the big dude for the Texas offense, Bijan Robinson keyed into by that Sooner defense, and Winfrey's got him for about a yard gain.
It's funny how I always say there's good-looking Sark looking out over his offense. When your quarterback makes a play, it impacts the energy and juice of your defense.
This is a great shot. Sarkisian, Kirk, he's lived 7 or 8 lives, maybe 9, and to arrive at this spot and now be calling plays for Texas in this rivalry, first year as a head coach. 4th quarter coming up. Oklahoma crowd has come alive here. They're on the far end where Texas offense is, but they're trying to make themselves heard.
Well, it affected the center that time.
Snap infraction, number 65. Offense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
He started the snap, lost his balance, and just
a bunch of penalties against TCU last week. They've gotten it cleaned up, but that doesn't help. They're behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And Robinson's finding running room a lot tougher right now. Isaiah Thomas swarms him. And Texas will face a 3rd and long when the final quarter begins here at Red River Shootout number 117. Back after this message and a word from your local ABC station.
Into that quarter, heading into this 4th quarter of this 3rd down.
Waving his arms around saying, do your job, do your job, again and again. The job is to get to Thompson, but he steps up and delivers over the middle, just over the hands of Joshua Moore, was running free. Couldn't find him. And here comes the punt team.
Yeah, he had 2 receivers there, Whittington and Moore. I love how he climbed the pocket. You know, he steps up instead of trying to get wide. I thought he might take it and try to go and see if he could get the 1st down himself, but a little high to Whittington, who was the front receiver, and a little bit underneath Moore. But OU's defense does their job and gets Texas off the field.
Had a long way to go. Needed 14. Probably feel like a better chance to throw for it. There's no returner back. No returner back, but the ball's going to dribble into the end zone. That's unlucky for Cameron Dicker. They could have downed that ball at the 5. There was nobody back.
Team to try to bring him back.
With some help from the guys up front. Rolls out. Pressure bearing in on him, and he's hit as he throws. Wow, did he not see the gopher who was right in his grill?
Well, what I was looking at from up here, and again, it's easy to see, Mario Williams, number 4, comes clean. I mean, he gets behind. He's on like a levels concept. All he needed was a little bit more time, and he breaks clean. He gets behind. Here's nobody. I mean, nobody. If he catches that in stride, he's to the house. That's a touchdown.
very close to the arm not coming forward there. That is a interesting decision. They're not going to buzz down to review it. That could have been ruled a fumble conceivably. It wasn't. And now Brooks is knocked down across the 25. Let's take another look at that. Too late for replay, Bill Lamagnier, but that was close.
It was. I'm actually surprised they didn't shut it down to take a look.
The arm going forward.
I've got the hands still up. Ball's off his hand, then his hands comes forward. I'm really surprised it wasn't shut down.
Williams dodging pressure, leans into his throw. It's a downfield battle, and a catch made by Marvin Mims. He just fought off B.J. Foster, an enormous gain.
It's a gutsy throw, but at this point in the game, you love to see it. The defender never sees the ball. Foster never sees the ball. That's why, as a quarterback, even though you see coverage, you throw it up and allow the receiver a chance to adjust back to it. Mims, almost like he's tracking the ball, hitting the outfield, just waiting to adjust at the last second and go find it. B.J. Foster never saw the ball.
You got a play that might have been ruled a fumble, isn't, and then a 47-yard gain. Sooners threatening inside the 30. Gray spinning free and wrestled down after about a 9-yard gain by Thompson.
That's just, he ends up getting off his back foot. His momentum's going away from the throw, but still has enough on it. And look at Mims like an outfielder, just adjust to the ball. Foster could not adjust back because he didn't see it.
Foster's 3 inches taller than Mims, but that wasn't about height.
No.
It's about awareness.
Location. He's got Mims in the slot there.
Gray makes a cut and is just tackled. Shoestring grab there by Brockermeyer.
What a different feel when Eric Gray gets in the game. Kennedy Brooks has been pounding this defense with physicality. And we've seen Eric Gray now come in with quickness.
Slant. West. Knocked down. Is this the drive when Eric Gray finally gets in the end zone? Hasn't scored a touchdown in his Oklahoma career yet. He's been tackled at the 1-yard line numerous times. To be sweet for him if he could pay the drive off.
And with this drive, they make a switch, get fresh bodies on the field for Oklahoma. Texas does not.
All of a sudden, Lincoln Riley playing with a little bit more tempo with Williams in the game than he was in the first half. Texas defense staggered at the moment. Williams has all day to throw, backpedaling. Now rolling, scanning the end zone, delivers, incomplete. It was beyond the boundary trying to find Michael Woods. Third down coming up.
Keeps that play alive. They just rush 3, drop 8, have everybody really in coverage, trying to keep their eyes on the fleet-footed Caleb Williams and what he can do with his legs.
What do you do if you're Texas here? Do you bring some pressure on the young guy?
They've been bringing late pressure, and it's been pretty effective. I think that time they rushed 3, dropped 8. He had nowhere to throw the ball, so we'll see what they end up choosing to do. I wouldn't be surprised, a little bit of pressure.
Gray motions back in. 2-by-2 look. Play clock at 3. Williams from the pocket. Delivers a high ball. No chance for Hazelwood. That was just airmailed, and now it's 4th down.
He came free, but he had pressure right in his face. Again, he threw off that back foot.
Riley kind of just shot his glance up to the sky. He didn't want to have to settle for 3 here. Does make it an 8-point game. Burkich, too many field goal attempts for the OU fans liking today. This is just from 26 to make it 4 for 4. It's been a long time since the Sooners have been within 1 score in this game. They drive it 71 yards, under 3 minutes, and there's Lincoln's reaction. Send out the field goal team. But it's a 1-score game. Last night, don't tell me you were watching Sparky getting it done.
I was watching it. We had a good time last night, right? Hanging out a little bit, talking ball.
But then you said, get out of here, I got to go to bed. You're up late after dark. Wait a minute.
I couldn't turn it off.
The emergency now, a little pressure. Thompson takes over, up 8, and he gets swarmed. They sack him inside the 10-yard line.
Brought pressure from out here. Bring it up the middle as well. Oklahoma playing with some serious intensity right now. That's Stutzman, the true freshman linebacker that came around the edge, along with Benito.
He's a guy that's been battling an injury. Came in questionable today. That's the first time he called his name, but that is a big play.
This stadium split 50-50. They are right now in the heart of the Crimson and Cream.
Way too often, Thompson and this Texas offense have been behind the sticks after first down. Penalty, sacks, pressured again, throws to the goal line, and long throw incomplete. Moore tried to come back to get it, and it's 3rd and 18.
Alex Grinch has his defensive line stunning, moving, doing a lot of different things to affect the communication. And in front of this crowd, it makes it very difficult on the Texas offensive line to make the proper adjustments. That time Reggie Grimes just shot right through and got pressure on Thompson. Wait, look at that.
This is amazing. Half of the 96,000 jumping around, trying to make it uncomfortable on Thompson. 3rd and very long. The Sooners bring more pressure. They do. Thompson on the goal line as he throws. Incomplete again. Quarterback knocked down hard. Nick Benito was there. Texas 3rd, 3 and out, and 4 possessions in the half. Whittington still down.
Very unusual delivery from Casey Thompson, stepping up, pressured, and watch his feet. It looks like he loses his feet. Somehow he gets to throw off. He lost his footing before Benito. Yeah, before Benito even hit him. So I'm surprised he got anything on that football.
He knew that didn't feel good. He snapped his head up because he couldn't control where the ball was going that well. Mims is the punt returner. That's a good boot by Dicker, and Mims collects it back at the 40-yard line.
You've got to think, if you're an OU fan, looking back at this game, you'd hate to see it come down to losing potentially by not executing down when you get close to the goal line. They got to punch one in.
Brooks. Oh, just shoestring tackle. Brockermeyer prevented a big gain.
Jordan Whittington.
That arm and did diving attempts to make that catch. Does not look good, that right elbow. That's it, though. You lay everything out there. You make every effort you can to make a catch to help your quarterback out.
Caleb Williams has been out here for 5 series. And 4 scores, no turnovers.
That's the key right there.
Yep.
Looking to throw on 2nd and 5 and zips it sideline route. It's Mario Williams. Didn't have a catch in the first half. Involved a couple of times here in the second. It's a first down.
Yeah, Texas brought pressure. Both their linebackers. It was picked up very nicely. I love that he sat in there. He didn't bail. A lot of young quarterbacks, they sense that. They feel that pressure from the inside from backers. They want to run out. They want to do what they were able to do in high school. Instead, he fought that urge, sat there, waited to find an open receiver, and made it the good throw to Mario Williams.
Brooks and Willis in the backfield. Get it out quickly to Williams on the edge. Dodges a couple men. Couldn't keep his balance. Knocked down at the 37. Good first down game, though.
That's an extension of the run game. That's just, hey, if you have a cushion, throw it. Abort the fake, just throw it. Everybody else thinks it's a run. He sees that cushion. He takes it. It's positive yards on 1st and 10.
Wear and tear begins to be a factor, Kirk. OU has run 20 more plays than Texas. This will be their 70th play on a hot day against this UT defense.
That's a good point.
Off play action. Williams scanning, being chased. Flag is down. This is in the holding zone as he just skips out of bounds, but this will come back.
It's definitely a hold on Oklahoma. Looks like Chris Murray.
Holding, number 56. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Let's go 2nd down.
It's their first official penalty accepted today.
He's the right guard, but watch where he works to get out here, protect the backside off the fake. He wraps him up.
You know what the Texas coaching staff is thinking finally? A lot of teams who play Oklahoma complain that there's a lot of holding going on.
Yeah.
It doesn't get called. They've been penalty free today until that one. So it's 2nd and 14. Pressure again, backpedaling, the outlet to Brooks, who's knocked down. What, did he go down? The tackle.
I think
Brooks convinced his knee went down.
Sark said he's down. I think Kennedy Brooks thought he was down. He kind of let up for a second, and then he didn't hear a whistle, and he just kept going.
Oh, I think they're going to have to, unless they're positive, take a look at his elbow. It was not his elbow, it was not his knee, the elbow that may have gone down. And that was right in front of Sarkisian, who brought that to the official's attention.
Is under further review. The runner was down by rule at the 48-yard line. 3rd down.
That's a massive swing. As you said, instead of 3rd and 4, it's going to be a 3rd and about 18 here. There's VY, Vince Young.
Saw him on the way up the tunnel after game day on my way up here. It's always great to see some of these legends that have played in this great matchup. Man, 10 took Mac Brown to a different level, helping him get over this hump of trying to beat OU in this game. Played with a swagger, and the team fed off.
He and Sark get along fine now.
Yeah. Exactly.
So much. It's 3rd and 19 officially.
Now you got 2 plays here to pick up 19 yards with 7:40 to go in this game.
Longhorn defense spread out. Brooks is the back. Williams has plenty of time. Steps up. Launches downfield for Mims. Diving catch! No signal. Touchdown! Are you kidding me? What a play! Marvin Mims had been a touchdown all season. That's one for the rocking chair there.
Unbelievable effort by Marvin Mims. Watch the foot come down. Where the foot comes down, it's not the shoulder, right there. He's inbounds and in the elbow, but that left foot touched to get him inbounds. Watch this, a progressive pylon cam. Check this foot out.
Oh my goodness.
My gosh, he's inbounds.
His laces came close to hitting out of bounds.
I mean, that's inbounds. That last
closer.
Look, that pylon cam might be the look of the year on a big play.
I tell you what, Kirk, there's something about Caleb Williams. I mean, yes, you can say his receivers have made spectacular plays, but there's something about his ability to create moxie.
Belief, moxie. Players want to play for him. Hit Spencer Rattler now.
Back in and a 2-point conversion.
In the game.
This is the first 2-point conversion they've attempted this year. The crowd, a very mixed reaction. This is for the tie to climb all the way back from 21 down. What a time to come back off the shelf. Rattler rolls, fires, caught, conversion good, game time. Drake Stoops. When you think you've seen everything in this rivalry, you're proven wrong. Wow.
Well, if you ever need examples for defensive coaches on the importance of recognizing the football and being able to adjust to the ball as a defender to this game is it. OU scores, defender loses the ball, and they hit the 2-pointer with Rattler to Stoops. Give him credit.
Dead even here.
Give Rattler credit for keeping his head about him after this game.
Worthy's going to bring it out. A true freshman making a risky move, does not get back to the 20. And now that Texas offense, Kirk, which has had a few 3-and-outs, are they calling this a fumble? OU celebrating down there in the corner.
They're sure talking about it.
And I think he was down, but OU was just celebrating a great kick coverage and the fact that they've got momentum all on their side here.
Here's this going back to this play again by Mims. The adjustment, defender done, never finds it. The fact that Mims is able to get that foot down is incredible. There's our pylon cam, progressive pylon cam, that left foot so close, but stays in bounds to set up that touchdown.
I'll tell you what, they need to review this. Texas offense is on the field, And it appears
Rolling on
that
the field
Worthy
as the runner was down by Rule.
may have lost the
Previous
ball
play
here.
is number
The
4
true
right there.
freshman, who's had a spectacular game, scored in the first play of the game, but chose to bring this out from deep in the end zone. And watch here, before he goes to the ground,
It's Caleb Kelly that's in there, the veteran.
out. He's got it already.
Yeah, they just took it.
Took it away.
Yeah, Caleb Kelly, who's been through a lot over the last couple years, a veteran, gets that left hand wrapped around the ball, left arm, and before Worthy can go down, he takes it away from him.
That's a dude who's played, what 6 or 7, 8 years of football here.
He's been
taking
around.
the ball away from a guy who was in high school a year ago. Worthy made a tough decision. All day long, returners have not chosen to bring those kickoffs out. And if this stands, then I don't see how it couldn't. Oklahoma's going to be set up at the 19-yard line. You wondered who's going to make the crucial mistake.
Yeah.
It's about big plays. Often it's controversial, but often it's just a mistake in the moment. The intensity, and in this case, an inexperienced player.
Oklahoma has outscored Texas in his second half, 21-3.
Longhorns have not had a turnover today until perhaps this one.
It was 28-7 Texas, and it was all Texas early in this game. It was 14-0 in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, 2 minutes in.
Just another instant classic of how this game can go back and forth.
But how about Caleb Kelly? We haven't called his name a lot, Kirk. He's been a starter. He's been a key part of the defense. He's had different roles over the years.
Stripped the ball from Texas before the runner was down by Rule. 1st and 10, Oklahoma at the 18-yard line.
And the Crimson half of this Cotton Bowl going crazy. The Burnt Orange half is stunned, and you feel good for this guy making an enormous play in this rivalry.
Well, think about it, not playing over the last few years because of injuries. Instead of giving up, he wanted to keep playing, keep trying to get an opportunity. He's been backed up as a linebacker, makes his presence felt. Maybe the turning point play of the game on special teams to rip that ball away from the freshman. Caleb.
Sooners, chance to take the lead for the first time. Kennedy Brooks, direct snap, breaking into the secondary, barrels into the end zone. It's OU on top. Just an insane last 5 minutes. A circus catch for a touchdown, 2-point conversion, fumble on the kickoff, and a one-play, 18-yard drive. And somehow, folks, the Burnt Orange find themselves behind midway 4th quarter. Insane.
What a job up front by the offensive line, led by Chris Murray, leading it away around for the touchdown.
The Thompson and the Texas team answer now.
14 seconds left, Chris. Back to you.
And Lane Kiffin's old buddy Steve Sarkisian suddenly finds his offense down by 7. It's Worthy not back. 2 to kick this time, and that's what should happen last time. Give him a smile, try to get his spirits up. This is the guy that, of course, scored at 75-yard reception of the first play of the game. For Williams, 7 drives he's led for Oklahoma. They've scored in 6 of them. Now Casey Thompson suddenly has to respond down a score. Delivers a long first down throw, and they get the ball to Worthy. And holds onto the ball, picks up about 4.
Again, love to see that. Steve Sarkisian, while we were away, went over to the young freshman, kind of patted him on the chest. You could just see a smile from Sark saying, hey, man, relax. Don't worry about it. Put that one behind you. We're going to come right back to you. It's a coach who believes in a young player.
Certainly believes in his future. Thinks that Worthy is a special talent. It's going to make a big impact in Austin. 2nd and 6. Thompson launching downfield. Going for him again. Catch made! Instant redemption. Worthy inside the 25. How do you like that?
Man, I got chills on that play right there, man. I love this. First play to 8 after the fumble. Second play, he gets the young freshman McCutcheon turned around, ball underthrown. He adjusts back and makes the play. Good for you. Worthy on a big play.
48 yards. Now Bijan Robinson. They did a tremendous job getting him to the ground. Perry and Winfrey grabbed him, Kirk, The one big run early in the third quarter and that part of that field goal drive, nothing since.
No, they're doing a much better job of not letting him get started. When he gets going, he is a handful for those linebackers and safety. The difference to me has been the interior. You've seen Winfrey and others being able to get to him near the line of scrimmage as opposed to letting him get on the edge where he's got room to work. That's been taken away from him. This is going to have to be Casey Thompson. He's going to have to keep making plays with his arm.
2nd and 12. Robinson's got it, and they've got him again. They are all over Bijan Robinson. Marcus Stripling made the tackle. It's 3rd and 11 now, Kirk.
And again, they got penetration. This defensive front's doing a heck of a job. Linebackers are keyed in. They're taking away the cutback lane. It's a big 3rd down. Now you know Casey Thompson's going to throw here.
2 plays to get the 11 yards, you would presume. Sarkis is not thinking field goal here.
First couple plays, he won up top, going to Worthy.
That single coverage up there again. Checking the sidelines, play clock winding down inside 5. Sooners bring pressure. Thompson launching for the end zone and overshoots his man. Tried to get it to Marcus Washington. Risky throw, and it's 4th down.
Very low percentage play there. He had a matchup on the kind of a slot fade to the bigger receiver, Washington, who was matched up one-on-one with Billy Bowman.
You're thinking if you got 2 plays, maybe get something to
that had to be a perfect throw. Now he moves Worthy, who's had a big day, moves him to the inside to his left.
4th and 11. Sooners show early pressure, now back off. Thompson scanning the sidelines. Play clock winding down. Got to hurry here, and they'll take a timeout. Had 3 of them to play with. This play too important.
Still have Oklahoma pinned. You would have had 3 timeouts. Maybe it's 3 runs. You use your timeouts, you get the ball back. Texas had to use that timeout. See if Sark can draw up a play to get the matchup that he wants.
But after that 48-yard catch by Worthy, they were in good shape. Robinson stopped on a couple of runs, and now 4th and long. Robinson motions out to the left slot. Thompson's looking that direction. Launches for the end zone. Looking for Robinson. He was double covered. No chance. Quarterback knocked down. OU takes over.
Yeah, he was hit as soon as he threw this football. The pressure by Isaiah Thomas to his right. Spin move on the tackle. Benito gets there as well. It was a race to the quarterback. He felt that. And even though they didn't get the sack, they have impacted him in the accuracy, and that was covered.
And the problem pre-snap. Play clock was winding down. It's a false start.
It's winding down, and when quarterbacks see that play clock wind down, they have a tendency to clap real fast.
54, offense, 5-yard penalty. First down.
So when he's clapping real fast, he's trying to obviously tell the center, come on, let's go, we're running out of time. And unfortunately, it also makes the other lineman know that the snap is intimate, and it's going to be coming quickly. And that time the left guard jumped.
See how much trust they have in Williams to throw the ball here now behind the 6 on 1st down. It's a keeper, and he's going to be smothered after a short gain by Overshown. So 2nd down and long.
Sark holds on to the 2 timeouts.
Expect a couple of more runs here.
With Lincoln Riley, you never know. Riley, you never know.
That's right. He'll often be aggressive.
Yeah.
Think outside the box, and that doesn't always work out. He's got a pretty good track record, and he does trust the quarterback to make plays. Again, this is a true freshman. Not started a game up there directing the protection. Brooks. And they slam him down at the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run.
Yeah, still
Start holding those 2 timeouts.
Yep.
It'll be 3rd down. Could use one if they get the stop here.
Love how much confidence he has in Caleb Williams. I mean, Caleb Williams is in control.
Confidence have to throw here?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hazelwood comes in motion to the left. Snap gets away. Williams chases it down and flips it short to Brooks, who's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Yet another snap gets away from the quarterback. This time, no miracle touchdown. I was pleased not to lose the ball.
I think they're going to be doing a lot of CQ exchange in practice.
In the world. He's made the simple things look hard and the hard things look easy today, right? Come on. Turk gets the punt away. He had his first punt today blocked. Texas peels back, doesn't go after it. It's a low kick. And a chance for Jamison. Never could get going. He's got great speed. But here, over on the right side, he's guarded by another true freshman. Sarkisian testing the middle, hoping that Robinson could turn a routine handoff into a huge gain.
Again, OU doing a very, very good job, much better job of the defensive line, getting off the blocks, being physical up front.
Here comes late pressure. Thompson backpedals, flips it off underneath. Catch made by Worthy, who fights near the marker, right near the 50. It's going to be third and short.
He is short. Nick Benito came off of his receiver he had it downfield and came off that to make that tackle.
Texas playing with tempo, and that may have cost him. Thompson went to the line under center to run a sneak here, but they weren't set. Now this makes it third and long.
The center again moves. Second time we've seen that.
Number 65, offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Jake Majors is anticipating the snap count. 65. And he flinched. They had an easy first down on third and a few feet, and now goes back to a long 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Often see it in a tempo. You outbox yourself. Make it tougher here. That's Worthy in motion.
Here's the pressure.
It's picked up. Ball out. Bust down. Catch made to the 45-yard line. Cade Brewer. That was a dart.
We talked about Cade Brewer with Sark last night. He gets excited about his tight ends. He's always been that way. And they're reliable on those third and mediums.
Very important in the running game, too, the tight ends of Texas. Thompson on first down. Throws far side. Wide open fingertip catch made by Worthy. They have not had an answer for number 8 all day.
Eight catches for 230 yards. That's why Sark went over to him, patted him on the chest, and said, forget about that fumble, man. We're going to make more plays here in this game, and you are going to be making plays for us. And he has.
And he's broken a Texas freshman record for receiving yards in a game with that snap. Robinson, I think it's to him. They get to slant there just over Moore's hands. So Texas all in on this possession.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last chance.
And this is where you work your 2-minute drill after every practice, especially on Thursday with young quarterbacks. You try to give them as much of a real feel, good against good, first-string defense against defending Casey Thompson. Try to get the pressure on him with a pass rush. Make him feel like this to see how he'll execute once he gets out there on a Saturday. This is his big moment right here.
Thompson steps up, delivers for Worthy. Touchdown, Texas! By Kelly, and that kickoff return has been tremendous in the last. Went to Thompson. He had earned his trust. That was a special drive after nothing had gone right for the Texas offense.
Here we go, minute 23.
Sooners have 2 timeouts. Gabe Burkich, an excellent leg, long distance kicker. We've probably got to go about 45 yards to give him a chance. Long throw. He threaded it in there to Hazelwood. Picked up 9.
Whoa, it's right. He got that in there, but that was really tight coverage. Shows you the confidence that he has in his arm.
Late pressure picked up. Aaron throw. Low and behind Hazelwood that time. 1 minute even in this instant classic at the Cotton Bowl.
Which, by the way, with 2 timeouts.
Regulation, I should say.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, and all you need is a field goal. With this quarterback in this system, it's an eternity. He has plenty of time.
Brooks has room. Knocked down across the 45-yard line by Ugofu, and they're getting closer to range for Brkic. Mike Black, our spotter, makes the target line about the 39-yard line of Texas. That would be a 56-yarder.
Holding on to those timeouts just in case.
You can see it has just died down, but it's still in the face of Oklahoma. That's a factor if they have to try a long field goal. Empty backfield, plenty of time, zips it. Catch made by Mims, and he's right at the marker. They will stop the clock at 25 seconds.
Texas dropping 2 safeties back deep. They've got 4 guys, actually 5 guys underneath coverage to try to take away and make it tight windows.
They don't need much more to give Brkic a chance. They'd like to get a lot closer. That's Stogner on a long throw, and he's spun down inside the 35.
How about Stogner staying in bounds there? Well, where are the 2 timeouts? And he to step out of bounds. He got more yards to give his kicker a better chance.
So far, Riley, now they will spend it. Now they will spend it. They want to spike it there. It's down to 7 seconds. So, again, keeping that timeout in his pocket the way Sarkisian did at the end of the first half. Get one more chance to try to get Brkic a little closer.
I'm still, you just got to step away for a second and think about what Caleb Williams is doing on this stage and stepping in when they were down big for Spencer Rattler and the poise that he has played with. Think about this. Because of COVID last year, he did not play high school football. He's a true freshman who did not play high school football in 2020. Comes into Oklahoma as a young true freshman.
Got here early.
Got in early, sitting behind Spencer Rattler. Tremendous future and upside. But Rattler, he's a Heisman guy. You're sitting behind, and you get thrown into this game. He's played some short yardage and red zone. But you get put into this as your first real experience. Didn't play football last year, and you're out on this stage executing and playing like you've been there as a third-year guy.
Remember way back in his first play, it was a 4th and 1. They bring him in there. I think it's going to be just enough to get the first down. Races to a long touchdown run. That kind of set the tone. But still, that was Rattler's game at that point. After the second turnover, Rattler was pulled. And it's been Williams since then, although Rattler came back in to complete the pass to Suits for the 2-point conversion. So 10 seconds to go.
Now it's all about trying to get it with a kicker. Does a kicker like it in the middle of the field? Does he like it on the left hash?
He likes it closer.
Yeah, of course.
They can run or throw with that timeout to use here. Direct snap. Brooks trying to make something happen. He breaks free. Kennedy Brooks says, forget the field goal. Put him in the touchdown. What happens on this field of this rivalry is remembered forever. And whatever side you're on, whether it's euphoria or heartbreak, this is a game that will never be forgotten today in Dallas. 1 second to play, and Oklahoma is going to win it from 21 down with a late 75-yard touchdown drive.
The exact same play that they ran after they ripped the fumble away from Worthy, and the next play they scored on a touchdown with Kennedy Brooks. They ran the exact same counter play.
The focus rightfully was on Bijan Robinson, the Texas tailback. He ran for 137, but Kennedy Brooks stole the show. In terms of runners in this game, 25 for 217. 2 touchdowns, including the game winner. Brkic on for the PAT. They've added 2 seconds back on the clock. Incredible afternoon in Dallas. This team was on the road 2 minutes into the game, down 2 touchdowns. and down 3 touchdowns later in the first quarter.
And here's the touchdown with Stoops again coming around. Watch Murray, the right guard. Nice block there, but the big block is 9. Braden Wills on the linebacker. Boom! Sustains the block. Stoops makes a great block. Look at 11. Hazelwood. Second time we've seen in this comeback the Oklahoma receivers and tight ends doing a great job of sustaining blocks to open it up for Kennedy Brooks to not get 5 or 10 yards, but to accelerate through that defense, take it all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Last year was a touchdown pass caught by Stoops in the 4th overtime that made the difference. OU's going to make it 4 in a row over Texas. This one perhaps even more heartbreaking because Texas had things in control. Thompson was tremendous in that game-tying drive, but they left the Sooners a minute 23. And Caleb Johnson knew what to do with it, or Caleb Williams knew what to do with it.
It's just an all-timer. I mean, you and I get asked, we've been calling games for a long time. What's your favorite game you ever called? What's the this game? It was 28-7 Texas in dominating fashion. And you sit your starting quarterback, you bring in Caleb Williams, which has been a controversial topic in Norman already coming into this game, and the kid delivers, the team feeds off of it. They come alive in the second half, score 35 points in the second half. Remarkable.
Now, under duress and against the odds, the future arrives early at Oklahoma. I mean, Williams, a special talent. As you said, everybody in the country wanted this guy, and they firmly believe that he's going to have a big future, but it's supposed to start next year. A situational guy this year. This is Rattler's show. Preseason Heisman favorite, said the odds makers.
Just changing of the guard today in Dallas.
Squib kick. Texas needs to take it to the house. Brewers, the tight ends, got it. Hurdles a man, but he'll be knocked down. And Oklahoma comes all the way back from 3 touchdowns behind to break Texas hearts again. And it's the Sooners to be wearing that golden hat one more time. The highest scoring addition in this tremendous rivalry. 103 incredible points, and the golden hat awaits. To Holly with Lincoln Riley.
Well, Coach, you made a difficult decision at the half. What went into bringing Caleb Williams out to start this game and change the course of it?
He made some plays. It was a tough decision. But honestly, I mean, you want to know something about our team? You know, Spencer comes back in there and gets a 2-point conversion. Then we don't win with us. That's what it's all about.
Your defense showed up big time. They were able to limit Texas in this second half. How?
Speed D is best. You know, we got great penetration really the whole day. We just, you know, we said we just got to settle in. Like we felt like we were playing well with the initial surge weekend, but we felt the locker room was as confident as you could get for us being down as many as we were. And I give it all the credit to our kids. They were into it. What a hell of a win.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Holly. Thank you.
And the usual mix of elation and dejection. Words can't really describe this one, Kirk. Adjectives are exhausted.
All-timer, man. This is great.
55-48, Oklahoma. Hope you've enjoyed this spectacle. Get here and see it in person if you get a chance, folks. It's worth it. Game produced by Bill Bedell, directed by Derek Bobley. Thrilled to have you with us this afternoon. On behalf of our entire crew, for Kirk and Holly, Chris Fowler saying so long in the Cotton Bowl. After the break, stay tuned for joining Boise State and BYU in Providence.